Hi, brothers and sisters. Welcome to Lectors Training on Sunday Readings. Today we'll prepare for the readings of November 17, the 33rd Sunday in Ordinary Time. Our main references. We also refer to the book New Exploring God's Word of Word and Life Publications. The historical background and introduction to both readings are taken from the book New Exploring God's Word. First reading. It was in the 2nd century BC, when there was a savage persecution against the Jews who refused to submit to the pressure of Hellenists, that an unknown author wrote the book of Daniel to encourage the Jews who were persecuted on account of their faithfulness to their religious traditions. He did that by using the apocalyptic genre and by narrating the edifying stories of the ancient hero Daniel, which purportedly took place during the exile when the faithful Jews were also persecuted on account of their faith. The second part of the book consists of a series of visions that emphasize the final triumph of God against the enemies of his people. The first reading is part of a vision in which a decisive battle is about to take place between the weak army of Israel and the powerful enemy from the north. The balance of forces is redressed with the arrival of Michael, the agent of God's protection for his people. This reading is important also for the doctrine of the resurrection of all the dead, with final justice meted out according to each one's deeds. To help you in your proclamation, here are some tips. Since the first reading comes in a vision of what is most certain to take place, deliver the message slowly and deliberately, with a sense of awe and wonder and joyful hope. Here you assume the voice of God, heralding a time of distress and deliverance. Emphasize the underlined words here for a vivid description of the scene. This last paragraph should be delivered with a fervent promise of joyful hope. A surge of energy fills the final sentence, but it is solemn and measured energy that claims the power of God can turn human lives into shining stars. Now let's practice with the full text. First reading. A reading from the book of the prophet Daniel. In those days, I, Daniel, heard this word of the Lord. At that time there shall arise Michael, the great prince, guardian of your people. It shall be a time unsurpassed in distress, since nations began until that time. At that time your people shall escape, everyone who is found written in the book. Many of those who sleep in the dust of the earth shall awake. Some shall live forever, others shall be an everlasting horror and disgrace. But the wise shall shine brightly like the splendor of the firmament, and those who lead the many to justice shall be like the stars forever. The word of the Lord. The responsorial psalm is an expression of confidence that claims with joyful expectation the fulfillment of the Lord's promises to his faithful people. You are my inheritance, O Lord. O Lord, my allotted portion and my cup. You it is who hold fast my lot. I set the Lord ever before me. With him at my right hand, I shall not be disturbed. You are my inheritance, O Lord. Therefore, my heart is glad and my soul rejoices. My body too abides in confidence, because you will not abandon my soul to the netherworld, nor will you suffer your faithful one to undergo corruption. You are my inheritance, O Lord. You will show me the path to life, fullness of joys in your presence, the delights at your right hand forever. You are my inheritance, O Lord. The second reading repeats the essential concepts already expressed in the second reading of last Sunday. The main difference is that it accentuates the truth that the sacrifice of Christ has taken place only once and is sufficient to atone for all the sins of all times. This makes any other expiatory sacrifice redundant. To help you in your proclamation, here are some tips. Deliver the second reading slowly and with deliberate precision. Speak this with mounting energy, for to you the point is obvious. The former sacrifices did not remove sin, the sacrifice of Jesus did. This one refers to Jesus. These lines should be emphasized because they summarize the main theme of the reading. These refers to sins. Establish good eye contact as you explain that God has already forgiven and therefore no more sacrifices are needed. Say, footstool, footstool. Short U here, foot, long U here, stool, footstool. Now let's practice with the full text. A reading from the letter to the Hebrews. Brothers and sisters, every priest stands daily at his ministry, offering frequently those same sacrifices that can never take away sins. But this one offered one sacrifice for sins and took his seat forever at the right hand of God. Now he waits until his enemies are made his footstool. For by one offering he has made perfect forever those who are being consecrated. Where there is forgiveness of these, there is no longer offering for sin. The word of the Lord. Alleluia, alleluia. Be vigilant at all times and pray that you have the strength to stand before the Son of Man. Alleluia, alleluia. Thank you, brothers and sisters. Join me again next week for the readings of November 24. This is the last Sunday of the liturgical year, and we celebrate the solemnity of Christ the King. Until then, goodbye and God bless you all. Again, thank you.